Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 19 Week 7 BearCave games. We are back one day late because my plane was delayed, but we are here Week 7, right at that midway point of the year. Truly a pretenders versus contenders type of a time, and we already had some great matchups already, you know, some of the top teams winning. Some interesting games going to like overtime, but not a lot of upsets. So a lot of meat on the bone still left in this week. We got BearCave and a great game day for you. And if you haven't already, watch party. The Wisconsin Baddies already got their first win of the year. So if you want to go check that out, that is over on YouTube. But this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team, and build your way to the national championship. You can set your schemes, recruit in the Discord. Links are in any of our descriptions. And if you do want to support us, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. Or if you are watching live, you can use that Twitch Prime sub. And Cryo just did 25-month streak. Thank you, Daddy Cryo. Yui renewing the sub as well. Yep, finally a stream you can watch. Glad we're back to the 5 days so that a lot of different people can get into the streams. But as always, if you're new around here, this is BearCave. 10 best games of the week. We'll jump in, sim to the end. If the game is close, we'll watch it play out. If not, we'll keep on rolling. And as always, make sure to check out Home Field Apparel. Use code SFA, 15% off. They're releasing an LA Tech collections here in the next couple of days. Coach Fi as well. A lot of people over that 2-year mark. Thank you guys. You guys are the GOATs. And remember guys, coming up December is the 5-year anniversary for the start of the SFA. So that'll be a big one for us. But without further ado, let's get on into the action. Today we're going to start out in the independent circuit here. Down in we got Washington State and Navy. Navy undefeated at this point. Some people are saying that they have played a light schedule, so we'll see if Skyflyer can knock them out. Skyflyer, if you're here, let me know or let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Got 17 of you guys joining in early on. Thank you guys for being in here. But Washington State, Wazoo is a 4-point favorite. Are you rocking with the Wazoo or not? Remember, guys, participate in these predictions. Best way to earn Bobnos to earn raffle tickets and get yourself a reward player at the end of the season. A minute on the clock. Here we go. Yep, Florida Man, the double IOT definitely hurts. Maple Mango. Nice win for A&M. And Northwestern got back on track by steamrolling Air Force, so surely that means they're back and worthy of a top 25 spot, surely. Alright, so let's jump on in. As always, we'll go with the road team, heads and kick. Excited to be back. Went on my trip to Denver, found a couple of apartments we really like, so SFA HQ will be moving in January to Denver. And we've got the rain in Navy. That's got to give Navy like a plus like 10 overall, right? When they're in the rain. Kind of like the Decorian Thunder. So here we go. We'll go heads and kick. Little Wazoo action. Kimira Gekakara, anybody? Alright, top 25 Navy. Can they keep it rolling? They start with a field goal. Wazoo playing well, playing decent, and they can't take the lead. They'll probably take the lead here. No, they tie the game. Navy, oh man, we got field goals galore. 4 field goals to kick off the game. No touchdowns in the first half, just the way you like it. And a long score there for Wazoo. Navy, no, not like this. The dream here getting cooked by Wazoo. 27-6. It's currently a cover. Does Navy have any life? It doesn't look like it. 27-13. Hold the phone. They've got to get something going. Remember, we cannot jump in unless it's a one-score game. And they get a safety. Down to 16. There's no way they get this There's no way. Can they fight one back? Can they get in? 4th down. They do. Can they get the 2? Yes, they do. Okay. 21 seconds in a dream for Navy. Onside kick. It's recovered. They got to force a fumble, and they can't. Nice try for Navy staying with it, but Wazoo is going to be a little bit too much to cover. We are going to watch the remainder. We have to watch them play it out. That way, no funny business. And this is going to end up being a Wazoo cover of the -4. So the dream season so far for Navy, technically still alive. Remember, all they got to do is win the independent round robin to make the playoff. Currently at 5-1, Wazoo is not independent, as Kimura, Gekakara, and company will get their 2nd win on the season. There it is, Coach Skyflyer finding the win column. Congratulations. The apartment hunting was great. You know, I saw 9 places in 2 days, but I did have to lug around Miss TC in a wheelchair, and there's obviously some accessibility issues, so, but it was fun. So here comes Wazoo. Gekakara 11 for 19, 181 touchdown. 284 for Kamoko Kisser, the SFA player, 2 touchdowns. Five TFLs for Sean Royal. 3 sacks. Heck yeah. All right. Bobby Snyder threw 1 touchdown. Looks like he had or I guess he got tackled in there for the safety. They couldn't really run the ball. Who has a new PC? I don't know what you're even talking about, Slime. The sack, though, for Henley. No interceptions. I swear Nathan lives in his own fantasy land. 2 fumbles, but they still couldn't get it done. So that will do it. Wazoo with the cover will pay you guys out. 66% of you guys trusted in Wazoo. Congratulations. So Wazoo cover, and we move. And where do we move? Oh, baby, it's pickle time. Back down in the Big 12 South, where nobody knows what's going to happen. All we know is Texas, or TCU is not winning it. Texas Tech, though, 2-4, just knocked off the #1 team in the nation, going up against 1-loss Coach Fed. So let me know, Pickle Man, if you're here. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 3-point favorite for Texas Tech. -3 on the road. Who are you rocking with? Get those predictions in. Do you have white uniforms? I mean, I'm sure you have white uniforms. Surely. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if you got a white helmet. Ooh, little throwback. Not really a throwback anymore, but we'll take it. All right, tails and kick. I love that they're going to the old T. Level the bevel. All right, here we go. Get those Bobinas in. The #9 defense in the nation. Oklahoma State flying under the radar so far this year. Tough loss to Colorado either last week or a couple of weeks ago. Try and get back in the win column here. Still very much back in the race. Obviously, since Sequavius Gates left, they've been really nothing to talk about, but they are back this year. And OK State will kick it off to them. And here we go. 4-1 versus 2-4. The Picklemen. Can they get it done? They get a field goal to start the game. And the defense holds. Texas Tech up 10-0 early. Not a good sign for Oklahoma State. They've got to get this one. They've got to get the offense rolling, and they can't. 20-0 here at the break. It's going to take a Herculean effort here from the Cowboys. I don't see it happening. And no, they can't even score there. No score in the third quarter. And this might turn into a bludgeoning. Oh, wait, 20-7. Hold your horses. We got a ball game. 6 minutes left, down by 2 scores, a 3-and-out. Here come the Cowboys. Can they punch it in? No, they can't. We'll go one play at a time just in case. And here's their chance. Leland Waterhouse. Come on, 4th down. Did they get it? No, they didn't. They lose yardage with Colt Magnum. The defense standing on their head for the pickle. Remember, we cannot jump in unless it's a one-score game. So once again, they're inside scoring territory, and there it is. They do pick it up. They have all 3 timeouts. So can Oklahoma State get the ball back? They have all 3 timeouts. Here is the kick, and it hits a man in the hands. He hangs on. They got to force the fumble, and they don't. It's Derek Bell. So 1 first down here for the pickle should do it. No points here in the second half so far. Surely Texas Tech doesn't mess this up. Hand off to Row, your boat, right down your throat, up the gut. It's going to be a touchdown. Or not a touchdown, but it's going to be a first down, which is all that matters. And I guess they could get the ball back with like 2 seconds left, maybe. But that should do it. Another handoff here to Row Bierman. Another massive hole. Row gashing him. So 2nd and 1 here. Game on the line. Handoff to the outside, up the gut. It's a first down. And that will do it. They can just sit on it a couple of times. And Texas Tech, once again, wills their way to a victory. And this will actually also be a cover. So barring disaster here on 3rd down, it should be good to go. So now they're on a bit of a streak here. Tough wins against the cross division last week, and a tough one here in division. But still got to beat mighty Baylor. Now the question is, will they snap it? Run a play? No, they won't. And there it is. That'll do it. Texas Tech gets the hard-earned victory. Only 44% of you guys were trusting in the pickle. A lot of you guys were dreaming of the days of Stequavius Gates. Not quite. So 2 games in, 2 covers. Nice little fun game, though. Seen 2 onside kicks, none have been recovered, so that means the next one surely will go the other way. Wishbrain eating calcium tonight after being Ole Piss. I like how the games that do not deserve a long sequence, they give them. Like, what are these screenshots of just Row? So 20-14 is your final. Here's a look at the scoring summary. Waterhouse, Blankenship, and Jesse Jetster, all SFA players got into the end zone today. Ed Pickleman, 18 for 29, 256, 1 touchdown. Run the ball over 100 yards there for Row. He finally broke through there on the last possession. 141 for Jesse Jetster. He's been quiet this year. On defense, 3 men over 10 tackles. Look at Delmar Wyckoff. Let him cook. 2 sacks. no interceptions, 3 deflections, and no fumbles. And for Oklahoma State, Reggie Riley, 18 for 34, 260, 2 touchdowns. Magnum, 28 for 153. Waterhouse and Blankenship led the way. It just wasn't quite enough. Harsky got 1 TFL, 2 for Merriman. No sacks, no interceptions of the pickle. 3 deflections, and no forced fumbles. And that will do it, folks. So if you're scoring yourself at home, that is a Texas Tech cover. Mango's still crying over losing Jesse Jetster to the portal. My, how he has fallen from the #1 seed with Michigan. All right, and we move. And where do we move to? We go to the American Conference between Rutgers and Syracuse. So Coach Kenzie taking on Coach Rosie. Kenzie, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 7.5-point favorite for the Orange. So are you rocking with Syracuse at home in the Dome? Or can Kenzie get it done with the backup quarterback? Still no Jim Romo. And Kenzie, he wanted red everything. I believe what you're looking for is scarlet, but we will honor it nonetheless. All right, get those Bobinas in. 6K on Rutgers. You are insane. Juice gonna have 250 yards. So here we go. American on the line. A couple of the favorites. I would say maybe Rutgers not so much, but definitely Syracuse. And they already have 1 conference loss. This could be a death blow here for the Orange if they lose this one. So here we go. We are in the Dome. Looking for a big-time divisional win. We are in the thick of the conference slates now. So heads and kick as always. I do not see Coach Kenzie. A lot of Bobinas on the line in this game. My goodness. 26K. Who would bet 26K on Kenzie? I don't know. But here we go. Coach Rosie about to clean it up. 7-0 straight to the throat. And Kenzie gets one back, but he misses the extra point. Come on, Ken. 7-6, 14-6. It's currently a cover. 21-6. Not the good end to the half that you'd expect. Rutgers got to do something here. Oh, no. 28-13. Oh, it's a splattering. Syracuse, wait a second. A long one by Cobbins. It's not quite over. Can they get one back? No, they can't. We're going to go one play at a time because remember, got to be within that 1 score. Here comes Syracuse. They cannot punch it in, and they add the field goal. So 2 minutes left. It's an 18-point game. They need 2 scores. Oh, no. The cover bettors are in shambles. It's 41-20. It's a 3-score lead for Syracuse. And that will do it. Syracuse with the emphatic cover here today. Kenzie not putting up much of a fight. So let's pay out those Syracuse bettors, the 53%. Congratulations, 26,000 just switching hands right there. The gloves came off with Glover scoring 3 touchdowns. Cobbins had 3 himself. Oh my God, look at the quarterbacks. both, oh, I was going to say both under the Concepcion line, but how bad was that? Juice Cobbins, 32 for 115. He added 1 through the air, so he went over 100 yards, both rushing and receiving. Very interestingly done. Plotner, 12 tackles, 4 TFLs for Walker, no sacks, no interceptions, and no fumbles. Mike Turner, 18 for 34, 261, 2 touchdowns. Glover went over 100 yards, had 3 tutties. A lot of different people getting into the action receiving. And defensively, Samson Evans, both with 12 tackles, 4 TFLs for Samson, 3 total sacks, the interception for Scott Johnson, and a deflection and a fumble for Bear Hefner, the SFA player. Jeez, Dogwater. I hope Miles Tilley falls in a sewer and his arms prevent him from being able to float. I will say Miles Tilley carried you to 2 playoff appearances. Day Night did not. That's all I got to tell you. So that's a Syracuse cover for those of you guys betting at home. So 3 covers to start the day. And we move now to the ACC. So this game is very interesting because on one hand you've got a perennial juggernaut, East Carolina, currently at 2-3, and on the other side you've got Maryland, who's been fumbling, absolutely fumbling their first chance to win this division in decades. And with the injury to Bob Rubshaw and everything going on with North Carolina, this is prime territory for Maryland to make a move to make the playoff, and they have been squandering it. This is a game they desperately need. Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive, you are the home team. So very interesting matchup. East Carolina is the favorite, -4. So Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know. Give me a shout. After losing 26K, nobody wants the line on this one. We've only got 22 bobbing us. Nobody has a read on this one? I guess everybody just thought that Syracuse line was incorrect. I don't know. Taking a sip of my... I got a unique drink today. We've got the Signature Select, so the Albertsons brand, a strawberry kiwi water. I'm trying to ease it on the ghost consumption. So here we go. On your dome and in your home, we got 2 top 40 offenses. Ooh, Dogwater bet it all on Rutgers. Yeah, East Carolina having a poor season, but still not really. 1-1 in conference. My former team, come on, boys. I won this week. That means you've got to. Come on, boys. On the road to Maryland, one of my favorite programs in SFA history. There you go. 7 points for Maryland. Yes, Maryland. I'm very high on Maryland. I'm cheering for Maryland today. I've said Maryland like 20 times in the past 2 sentences. And we got a good game brewing, though. 13-7 right now. This is a massive win for Papa Smoke if he can get it. He already won the Battle of the Beak. 20-10. 2017 is going to come down to the wire. That cover hanging in the balance. The 4 points for ECU. And they get it. Currently now a cover. We're going 1 play at a time. We need another score for the Terps. Penalty on the defense. Keep that drive alive. They're going to drive. They're going to drive. They're going to score. 27-24 for the Terrapins. All right, here comes East Carolina. Remember, we cannot jump in until that 2-minute mark. 4th down. They're going to punt it. Here we go. East Carolina has a chance. 2 minutes in a dream. Can they find a game-winning drive to send Maryland to the unranked status? They're going to hit them with a screen pass, and that's not going to go for much. Steven Jenkins taking over for Chris Gaines. Chris Gaines, of course, the Heisman finalist from last year. 2nd and 12 now, down by 3. A touchdown would give ECU the cover. Motion man. Yamming over the middle, and that's going to go for nothing. Eric Johnson for 2. 3rd and 10.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
27-24. They need about, I'd say 50 yards or so to have a chance at a field goal. The drop back, rolls right, was gonna yam it, he goes down. It's a sack-a-doodle-doo for the Terrapins. 4th and 17 now. Game looking out of reach here. ECU looking for a prayer. 4th and 17, the yam to the corner. It's out of bounds, and that's a turnover here for Maryland. So all they've got to do is run the clock out here, and they will win this game. Fantastic job by the Maryland defense. Broken tackle from CeeLo. Goldie's still trucking. A single first down will end this game. Can ECU pull off a miracle? They're just going to sit on it here. So they're going to have to run a play here on 3rd down. So ECU will get the ball back here. But they're going to have inside at 15 seconds. So great clock management with only the 2 timeouts from the head coach. And Maryland will come out and kick the field goal. We're going to have to sit here and wait the 20 seconds. But this is great for the Maryland bettors, as this is now going to be a very hard game to cover. Remember that 4-point favorite. A make here will practically lock the Maryland plus the points. So here's the kick to go up 6. It's up and it's good for the Terps. So ECU has 14 seconds and a dream. A return in perhaps 2 plays. So here's the return. It was kicked short. He gets some blocking. Oh, he almost broke through. Dane Whitfield. So 10 seconds left. They have about 2 plays here, depending on what's ran. Not really in yam range quite yet. What is the call? Defense playing off. The snap. The drop back. The yam to the left-hand side. It's caught out of bounds! Jason Taylor for 37! ECU will get a chance at the end zone. From the 30. Here we go. Game officially on the line. The snap. The yam, the right side, and it's incomplete! 000. Maryland wins the game. It got scary there for a second, but Maryland hangs on. 30-24. That is a Maryland outright victory. Congratulations to the Maryland bettors. They almost folded. 43% of you guys picking the underdog. And that was Pigeon Prather getting the sack. So my darling East Carolina drops to 2-4. Definitely their worst start probably since like season 6. And Maryland now gets a critical conference victory. Alright, a great start to BearCave. We're chugging along here. Remember, guys, we got a game day coming up as well. Texas and Fresno State. Be a very interesting game day. All right, so the scoring summary here. Kiki Okacha gets into the end zone. A returned fumble. So Maryland has had some problems with turnovers, but Benjamin Hall, 20 of 41, 245, 2 touchdowns under the Concepcion line. Stephen Jenkins, 95. Eric Johnson went over the century mark. 3 TFLs for John Jones. He had 2 sacks. 3 fumbles, 2 of them recovered. And for Maryland, Benedict Hasselbrook under the Concepcion line, 9 for 24, 121, 1 touchdown. CeeLo Gold, 36 for 194. And he also led the way. But they did just enough to get it done. A couple of TFLs here from Pigeon Prather. They had 3 total sacks, no interceptions, a lot of deflections, and no fumbles. Yes, Northwestern #1 in fraud watch there, Dogwater. All right, so as always, got to get our players of the game. This is Maryland with the outright victory. It's our first upset of the stream. And we move on. And we move on to the Big Ten. Couple of teams that have had interesting starts to the year. Michigan, they lost their first game, and nobody's talked about them since. They're on a 4-1 slog. And Nebraska, man, just keeps on slowly falling deeper into the ether. Coach Zach, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. This is a 5.5-point favorite for Michigan. So let me know if you're rocking with Michigan or if you're rocking with Nebraska. Let's get those predictions going. Listen, I was due for a down year. It's okay. It's a reloading year. It's all right. Sorry, I was just laying the foundation this year. This is a foundational year. Next year is when we're going to start winning games. Trust. We got 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys so much. Remember, if you don't want any of those pesky commercials, make sure to drop that Twitch Prime sub. My neighbor's like smacking the wall. What the hell? All right, here we go. Memorial Stadium. I also got some gummy clusters here today, so kind of treating myself on this game day. Rick, last year for you was a foundational year, you know? I took a chance with the non-conference. It didn't work out, so it's now transitions to a foundational year, and next year will be better. Yes, gummy clusters are elite. I gotta try the juicy gummy clusters. They're new, but they're only at Target, and I haven't been to Target yet. So 10-7 here after the first quarter. There goes Nebraska. Michigan, though. Oh, Vondale Bronco is back, so Nebraska is back. This could be a banger of a game. 24-21 as we head to the fourth quarter. Oh, baby, here we go. Can Michigan? Yes, they do. 10-point lead. Vondale Bronco's got to respond. He can't. Nuke Jennings punts it for 45 yards. Oh, man, no scoring for Nebraska here. Come on, Slimes. You're running out of time. There it is. So you're going to go one play at a time here. They've and a 68-yard touchdown run right in the blink of an eye. Nebraska, what are you doing on defense? I don't even know. It's a 10-point game. And another 50. Is this real-life Michigan? They just farm 50-plus yard rushing touchdowns, just one after another. Force these idiots to throw the ball. Have you ever heard of 8 in the box? 45-28. Zach getting absolutely smoked, and now he's putting the ball on the turf. Oh, it's never been more over here in Lincoln, Nebraska. That is an emphatic cover for Michigan. Michigan might be back. They get rid of their mango problem, and all of a sudden they start thumping people right on the forehead. 27% of you guys were on the Michigan train, so a lot of you guys just lost your money. Congratulations, Coach Papa Smoke, coming on in. They had a good game. Travis McMillan, 17-36, 205, 2 touchdowns under the Concepcion line, but it doesn't matter when you run for a bazillion yards. Brett Williams, the junior, 242 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Finley Coulter, 2 for 26. On defense, 9 tackles, 4 TFLs for Nick Johnson. They had 2 sacks, the interception for Tim Glover. Tony Brown with the deflection, 4 total forced fumbles. They recovered every single one of them. Oh no. Who was putting the ball on the turf? Greg Henderson, 23-32, 342 touchdowns. Vondale Bronco had a fumble. Dakota Jumping Bull fumbled. Oh no, all the goats are fumbling here. He did have a good day through the air, though. Three TFLs for Corey Graves. No sacks. The interception for Rick Harrison. 1 deflection and no fumbles. So 45-28 is your final here. That is a Michigan cover for the BearCave bettors. And we continue to move on. Yeah, Brett Williams probably in the hunt for that Player of the Week, the National Player of the Week. So Michigan with their cover. So that's good for us over here on the other side of the division. Nebraska now a non-player. I say this as I am surely in the hunt at 1-5 for the division title. Okay, so now we move on to the Patreon Game of the Week. And they voted for a bit of a weird one. Oregon State at UCLA. Are we really watching KJ lose to an 0-5 team? Is this a letdown spot? Kind of like Penn State and Nico Ilamaeva? IRL? I don't know. But this is a push game. So who wins this one? I don't even know. Are you rocking with the Beavers, Oregon State, or are you rocking with the Bruins? UCLA, get those Bobinas in. You got a minute to do it. KJ, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, and also let me know if you want any particular jerseys. You say normal road, so that's what we'll go with, the wood grain. But I need your heads and tails pick. And after this game is when the big ones start. So we got a lot of fun ones on deck. Tails against the wind. Oh my god, this kid's really going to make me pick against the wind. I often wonder why KJ isn't winning with Kavion Combs, and then I realize KJ picks against the wind. UCLA doesn't have cool jerseys in this game. They have two uniforms, I believe. So here we go. Tails and against the wind. Oh my god. Oh, he didn't even get it. Oh, he knew he was gonna lose the coin toss. All right, here we go. And they start out with a touchdown, 7-7. But we got a barn burner here. Come on, UCLA. It would be so funny. Remember, we saw Oregon State on Watch Party a couple of weeks ago get smoked by Stanford. 14-all going into the second half. UCLA takes the lead. Oregon State responds. We're into the fourth quarter. Deadlocked here. 21-all. We're going to go one drive at a time. And Oregon State does get a field goal. We are going to go on board with UCLA here in a second. They're on a drive. They're goal to go. And oh no, it's a deficit for KJ. Not like this, Slime. Not like this. Remember, at the 2-minute mark. Here we go. Oh, this is a beautiful jersey matchup, though. The wood grain against the baby blues. 3rd and 4. So they are going to go and run some clock here. The snap to Cash Nichols. He gets out of a sticky situation. Wait, he's going backwards. They'll give him the first. Cash Nichols finds the hole. Almost gives up the first down. 28-24. And a little shovel pass. We don't often see that style of a pass here in the SFA. Second and 15 now. Oregon State, Kavion Combs takes off. He'll go down. That's going to be a sack. They're now down by 4. Third and 20. 1 minute left. They need quite a few yards here. And they'll hand it off to Cash Nichols here on 3rd and 1,000,000. He'll get 6 of it back, but now they got to go for it. I don't know the strategy there here from the Beavers. Fourth and 14, game on the line for the Beavers. Kavion Combs forced to throw it in, he's 2 yards short. Kyle Smith tripped up. Disaster here for the Beavers. It was a beautiful throw. And now they can get the ball back with maybe one play. But UCLA knocking on the door for their first win of the season. Will they run a real play here on 3rd down? That is the question. No, they will not. So Oregon State will have the punt and one play to win the game. Will we see the second ever punt return for a touchdown? It feels like this would not be a better moment. Can we see our second ever kick or punt return for a touchdown? So improbable, it was done only one time in over 12 seasons of action. Come on, Bruins, do a fake punt. So the Beavers need a miracle. Here is the punt to the left-hand side. He has blockers to the edge. He can't break the tackle, but they have 2 seconds left. We're going to see how far Kavion Combs can throw the ball. 99 speed, definitely does not have 99 throw power. 68 yards away. Kavion Combs, the snap. Oh, he was going to yam it, but down he goes. The game is over. UCLA wins their first win of the season. That is a UCLA outright victory. Congratulations to the Bruins and Jake Slaughter. 23% of you guys trusted the Brew. (28-24), Oregon State led for the majority of the game. Tough scenes here in Pasadena. UCLA has maybe had 2 good years. They made the playoff one time. Lost to Iowa State, who would end up winning the national championship. It was all the way back in season 7. got these beavers aura farming on these screenshots. Alright, so here we go, the scoring summary. Kavion Combs, 22 of 39, 242, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Cash Nichols, 141, 2 tutties. Daniels was the leading receiver. On defense, Sutton and Dukes had 7 tackles, 2 TFLs for Daniels. He had the 2 sacks, no interceptions, no deflections, and no forced fumble. For UCLA, Jake Slaughter, 17 for 27, 3 touchdowns for him today. Boyd had 124 on the ground. Martin was the leading receiver. And on defense, 10 tackles for Harris. 3 different guys with 2 TFLs, 3 sacks, 1 interception for Abdul Johnson. The deflection goes to Harris, and no fumbles either. 28-24 is your final. That is a UCLA outright for those of you guys betting. And we're halfway through BearCave, so you know what that means. Ka-chow. Smoothest transition this side of the Mississippi. And speaking of Mississippi, I don't know how it relates, but we're headed to Big Booty Bloomington next, as this is a UCLA outright victory. Yeah, exactly. When the Cash App comes out, all the highlights start dropping. Or no, this is in Iowa. So Jarkus and Nathan. Nathan, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 17-point favorite here for Iowa. Already 2 losses on the season for your back-to-back Big Ten champs. Surely it's not to Big Booty. Surely it's not to Big Booty. Get those Bobanos in. 17 points. Can Sir Sproutburger get it done on the biggest stage? Coach Nathan says tails and kick. Oh my, Miss American Pie. Is it Big Booty Iowa City? No, it's Big Booty Bloomington. There is a universe where the Children's Hospital next to Kinnick is actually the World Center for BBLs. And so this would be a hilarious game where Big Booty Bloomington comes to Kinnick to get themselves a BBL. So here we go, tails and kick for Coach Nathan. Kinnick Stadium, number 15, Iowa. They were number 2 a couple of weeks ago. Tails and kick for Big Booty. Pork tenderloin with barbecue sauce and elbow macaroni, mixed greens, and cheesecake tonight. Hell yeah, Chef Moose, that's better. This is Big Ten football there, Jackie Moon. You guys don't know about these BBLs down in the ACC. Don't you worry about a thing. These are natural BBLs up here in the Midwest. None of that Latina juice stuff. 21-0 right to the dome. Oh no, the big booties. It's 28-0. I look away for a second, but here comes Sir Sproutburger. Come on, can they cover at least? Can we get the backdoor cover? Oh, yes, the air raid, baby. Come on, boys. 31-14. It's currently right on the line. Sir Sproutburger, please, I beg you. Yes, yes, Talon misses a field goal. The cover is alive. Are they going to score? No, another field goal. No good. Oh, if you picked Iowa to cover, you are seething. 2 missed field goals inside the 40. Surely not again. Surely not again. Final! It's final! Oh, it's disgusting. It doesn't really matter because it is a cover, but still, it's an Iowa cover. Missed field goal after missed field goal. Indiana 31-14. Dash Dixie right to the throat. Serge Sproutberger goes 28 for 53, 359, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kevin Moss only had 29 yards. Mitch Sanborn, the SFA reject, has been popping off. Jace Ritter and Jack Magoo gets 3 receptions. 11 tackles for Gaithier. Brodus Walters, the SFA player, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, no interceptions for Big Booty. 1 deflection. Miguel Eller, 19 for 30, 310, 2 touchdowns. Dash Dixie, 115, 2 touchdowns. Kadon Tootle, Dash Dixie, both get in through the air. Lucius Dunbar, 9 tackles, 4 TFLs, 3 sacks today for Lucius Dunbar. That's huge. They're trying to replace Orlando Silatonga. And the fumble for Tad Tennyson. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, Coach Nathan. Hold your horses. No, you are not. Wisconsin will never lose another game. We went on a bad little streak, that's for sure, but we are back. All right, so that is a Iowa cover for those of you guys betting at home. We'll pay you guys out. 47% of you guys trusted in Iowa, so a lot of you guys were infatuated by the big booties down in Bloomington. I cannot blame you. Losing money to the big booty. Speaking of booty, we are now going to the Big 12, where Colorado and Missouri having a dream year, all the way up to number 12. An absolute climb so far for the Tigers over the last couple of weeks, but they are taking on the mean, the green, the mighty fighting machine, the Colorado Buffaloes, and Johnny Snot. So are you rocking with Colorado? Minus 4.5? Or are you rocking with Mizzou and Decorian Thunder? I want to live in a universe where Missouri and Decorian Thunder go to Florida in the playoff and beat them. That's what I want. So take your pick. Coach OK State, if you are here, let me know, kick or receive. Yes, we need a moon ball here from TJ Luke. What is that? A space yam? Rick throwing strays at me, calling me lower mid. I'll have you know, if you didn't ruin my season last year, I'd be 6-0. No. Screw Northwestern. We're going to win that game easily. Alright, here we go. Colorado. They lost in the sim, I believe, last week. Maybe they didn't. Oh my god, fly just hit me in the face. Ugh. Why is there a fly in here? So the number 6 offense going against the number 6 defense. Who is going to budge? We are in Columbia. No, not the great country, but the city in Missouri. Definitely different demographics in those two places. So here we go. Ferret Field. Heads and kick for the visiting Colorado Buffaloes. First quarter, both very high quality divisional opponents. 14-7 early for Mizzou. Winner of this game probably gives Iowa State the biggest run for their money, and it might be Missouri. Missouri kind of running away with it here. Back to 2 scores. Colorado's got to fight back. Colorado down by 3. Missouri re-extends it, though, to 6. We got a good game here, though, at the end. And Colorado takes the lead. 5 minutes left in a dream, and Missouri takes it right back. We're going back and forth. We got a true barn burner going on here. Colorado Or no, it is Decorian Thunder who has the ball. They have to punt it back. Here comes Colorado. 4th and 6. They choose to punt. Here we go. Colorado, wait, they have the ball. There must have been an interception or something. Colorado has it, goal to go. They give it to Mashburn. What a change of events. I did not see the play, but Mashburn gets to 100 yards. I did not see the play that just triggered this. So a touchdown to take the lead here for Johnny Snot. The ranked game. Johnny Snot to the boundary, caught by Mashburn. Stiffy's a man inside the 5. 34-28. Brayton Mashburn 2 for 18. It's 3rd and 4. Can Missouri stand on their head? 4 wide. Johnny Snot, man in motion. Drops back, he has the time, he steps up, he's gonna escape, he does, and he gets to the goal line! Touchdown, Colorado! That defender needs to be investigated. He just let him score. Oh, Missouri in shambles here. Now down by 1, it's going to take a dream from Decorian Thunder. But I don't know what that defender was smoking. He just let Johnny Snot go right on through. So here comes Mizzou. Decorian Thunder 26 of 47, 414, and 3 tutties. So 149 here for the Tigers. Trips to the right-hand side to Decorian Thunder. He drops back. He has a clean pocket. Dumps it off to start the drive. He gets about half of it. Wendell Martin over the century mark. Decorian Thunder, no stranger to game-winning drives. He's had a couple in his tenure. Remember, he was a 2-year starter with Florida before redshirting. Dumps this one off, and that's going to be a first down. The drive continues. Terrence Maddox. They already are in yam range. All they need is a field goal. Trips to the right-hand side yet again. Corner blitz, they pick it up, rolls right. You got to throw it, he does. Yams it left side and into no man's land. Just not enough oomph on it.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Man left. 4 down.
2nd and 10. Minute 30 on the clock. All-out blitz, dumps it off, and once again, Martin on the boundary. It'll be 3rd and 6, though. Dink and dunking it can only work so long. You got to get a chunk here. Yes, Moon. Which of your last, 5 coaching stops have not shown you are the problem? Decorian, Yam, caught, wide open man, Luke Williams. Beautiful route from Luke, gets open, gets the separation, and the drive continues. It's been a great drive so far for Decorian. They're at the 50, probably need about 20 yards for a field goal attempt. 4-man rush, Yams it deep, he has separation! Almost intercepted by Charles Kane. We've seen Charles Kane intercept those before. But they live to fight another down. It's a keeper. Decorian Thunder has some wiggle. He gets the first. Not many people know about the wiggle from Thunder. They've got a minute now, and they are right near field goal range. This is getting scary for Colorado. What a drive so far over the middle. Wide open man for Mizzou. They're in field goal range. But you want to get as close as possible. But they are in great field goal range now. It's empty set. And masterful performance so far for the Korean Thunder. Free blitzer, wide open man, it's Wendell again! He's inside the 10! An insane drive here as the Korean Thunder nears 500 passing yards on the day. They're running clock now here. The handoff up the gut, and he's gonna score! Touchdown, Terrence Maddox! Probably a good idea to score there if you're a Colorado fan, so now you get a chance as they will now go for 2 to try and make this a 7-point game. Handoff, Terrence Maddox up the gut, and he doesn't get it! So the game will still hang in the balance. Colorado now needs their version of a masterful drive. The 4.5-point favorite. And that's going to go out of the end zone. Almost 90 plays ran for Missouri. That offense was exceptional. That offense might get them into the top 10 if they can hang on. That was a beautiful BearCave performance. But now the defense has to come through. So Johnny Snott yams it over the middle. Wide open man. Runs over a man. They're already in yam range. 40 seconds left. 2 timeouts. What a start to the drive. Johnny Snott not gonna let this game go. Colorado, Johnny Snott, he goes down. He got it. Syracuse covered comfortably there, Kenzie. Second and 14. 37 seconds left. 1 timeout. Motion man. Johnny Snott over the middle. Clock continues to roll. The 4 yards I don't think is worth all this time that you're losing. They are in yam range. 59 yards away. Trips to the left-hand side. Inside 20 seconds. Steps up. Johnny, he just dumps it off. It's going to be 4th down. And they call that timeout. You can't go and spike it. So game on the line right here for Missouri. The snap. The Johnny Snott. He yams it. Intercepted! It's going the other way! A celebratory pick 6 right to the forehead! Touchdown, Tigers! There is the Johnny Snott we know and love. And that is now a 2-score lead. We will watch to the end as Missouri wins by 12. On your dome, Missouri gets it done with the defensive score. 47-35. That's a sneaky scoregami candidate, potentially. So that is a Missouri outright victory. So a very fun, classic Big 12 game right there. 0% of you guys picked them. I think only one person put a point on there, so congratulations for your 400 Babanas. What a fun Big 12 game that was. Colorado goes down. Missouri, the dream season continues as they reach bowl eligibility. The brand new coach, Coach OK State, having a perfect year. Bringing into Korean Thunder might have been the best possible thing he could have done. Johnny Snott, 20-34, 231, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Running the ball, him and Mashburn combined for 141 and 3 touchdowns. Bass led the way through the air. On defense, Heron had 15 tackles, 3 TFLs for Cummins, 1 sack, no interceptions. A lot of deflections, 2 fumbles, and they got both of them. The Korean Thunder, 32 of 55, 470, and 3 touchdowns. Maddox and Thunder both ran the ball well as well. And Wendell Martin, man, was elite there underneath, just taking him what the defense gave him. 2 TFLs for Richard, 2 sacks on the day, 1 interception for Larry Henry, 1 deflection, and no fumbles. Missouri is so back, man. Missouri is so back. Yeah, that was a great game, Dogwater. The Memphis win to keep the dream year alive. 20 viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got a couple more games here on BearCave, and then we'll go into into game day. So yeah, we got 2 more games on the slate. That is a Missouri outright if you're betting at home. And this next one is one I am so excited for. Notre Dame taking on Pitt. So Coach Mills back to relevancy here in the American Conference. And of course, we've got the independent juggernaut, Coach Huey and Notre Dame up to the top 10 with their freshman quarterback, Rico Giraldo. So Mills or Huey, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 8-point favorite for Notre Dame. -8. Or are you going to rock with Miles Tilley and the Pitt Panthers? Miles Tilley, yes, still in the SFA. Final season for Miles Tilley, trying to get Pitt to the playoff. It's Tilley time, baby. I hope we get to watch him live as, let's see, traditional homes for Coach Huey. How am I supposed to say with a hard G? What? I said Rico Giraldo. Is it Giraldo? Giraldo? Not a just sound. What do you mean, yes? Giraldo? I said Rico Giraldo. Rico Giraldo. I don't know. It now seems like a weird name, which it is. So number 5 defense here for the Pitt Panthers. Get those Bobinas in. Oh, baby, it's raining at South Bend. We know how USC handled this IRL a couple of days ago. How will Pitt handle it? God, dude, I'm so mad at USC for that receiver dropping that fumble. Anyways, heads and kick here for Pitt and Miles Tilley. There he is, the massive arms. The biggest arms in SFA history. The first snap goes to Notre Dame, but Pitt responds. 7 all at the end of 1. 7 all, oh no. Notre Dame gets one right before half. Always a ball buster. Can Pitt respond? It doesn't look like it. Notre Dame 21-28 for Notre Dame. It might just be a splattering here in South Bend. Ronquillo misses one, keeps him in the game. Tilley can't do anything. It's 35. And thanks for coming out, Pitt. They get a late touchdown. Not going to be anywhere close to a cover. Thanks for coming out. Notre Dame cover. Womp, womp. So, 21-point victory. This is Giraldo with a run. Tilley got 1. Yeesh. So, Miles Tilley, 10 of 25, 100 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bird over 200 yards, but they got only 14 points. And that's just, they just couldn't throw the ball. McDonald, 11 tackles, a lot of TFLs, 1 sack for Trig Tugboat, 2 interceptions, some deflections, but they just couldn't find the end zone. For Rico Giraldo, 10 of 19, 136, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pat Green had 2 touchdowns today. He's in the Heisman race here for Notre Dame. 5 TFLs for Stallings, 2 sacks for Edges, 1 interception for Dorian Lennox-Lee, and 2 fumbles. They recovered both of them. My God. You don't have to rip into Miles Tilley like that, Slime. Oil-injected biceps. Hold on. That's quite the claim. Tilley would get, like, he would burst like a gusher if he had oil-injected biceps. All right, 1 game left in BearCave. It's Ohio State and the Beanie Babies. And Cam wants to receive head. So this was a Notre Dame cover. Congratulations. Last game on the BearCave slate. So make sure you guys join in on the prediction. A 6.5 point favorite here for the Buckeyes. Can they get it done, or will the Beanie Babies reign supreme? 1 minute on the clock. And Coach Cam wants all orange everything here tonight. Alright, here we go. The main event of BearCave in Week 7. After this week, we'll be officially halfway through the regular season. Taking a sip of strawberry kiwi. And here we go. Another top 5 defense. Their only loss being to Dogwater. Illinois coming off of a win against Wisconsin. So can they get it done? Here we go, the Beanie Babies at home. They need this one for a massive victory. And they score first, just a field goal, but great for the confidence there. And defense reigning supreme. They finally give up a touchdown. Come on, Scotty, you gotta score. No! 14 unanswered. Come on. Illinois gotta fight back here. Yes, they do. 14-10. Oh, Illinois, they are coming. It's 14-13 as we enter the 4th quarter. And they can't do anything with it. No good. So we got a great one to finish the day here, folks. Looking like it's going to be a lot of fun. 4th down. 4.5 minutes left. Illinois has the rock. They're running behind McKeever. 1st and 10. It's a punt. Not like this. 4th down. Okay, Illinois, here we go. 3rd and 2 from their own 30, down by 1 point. Can the Beanie Babies find a way? Crown the line, quick option, and Scotty couldn't pitch it. Mark Williams on the tackle. You gotta go for this. Yes, they do. So Illinois desperate. It's empty set for the Bean. 5 wide. Pinto. Come on. Yam. Caught. Oh, what a catch for the Beanie Babies. Hayden Greenway on your dome. What a throw from Scotty Bean. He's 9 of 29. What a catch! The drive continues. The game is alive. Ball's on the ground! No! Scotty Bean gives the game away! No review! Scotty Bean! Gotta call him Scotty Buckeye after that one. They gotta rely on the defense now. One more first down should end the game. Handoff up the gut. Chris Davis gets 3. Coach Cam cannot believe it. 14-13. Definitely not out of the woods yet for Ohio State. Motion man. Another handoff. Chris Davis up the gut. Stiffy to man. Down he goes. He's short. So here is the chance for Illinois. Third and 1. Motion man. It's going to be outside. They could get this. No, they can't. They went for the big hit, trying to force the fumble. Osborne hangs on. And that should be the ball game. Scotty Bean couldn't hang on to the rock. One more snap here to end Illinois' dreams. Our division's not that good. I'm finding out here. We're losing to all the teams on the other side. Need to see that fumble again. Yeah, we can go look at the Scotty Bean disaster. Sad, sad, sad. But a great game here in the game of the week, and there it is. Yeah, dried out, just completely stripped. Two guys, one fumble, and that is a Ohio State no cover. So Illinois does with their Illinois does cover at least. Our first no cover of the ball game. So we had today 3 outrights, 1 no cover, and a lot of covers here. Wow, nobody thought Illinois would happen. That's crazy. So all those Bobinas just into the ether. And the Illabuck will go home with the Buckeyes. We need to change it from the Illabuck to the Illabean. Or I guess if you're fixing the acronym, it wouldn't be Illabean, it would be the Bean Buck. That's better. We need the Bean Buck. Yes, you did, Yui. It was a splattering. There was nothing left of Miles Tilley. So 14-13 is your final. We'll go through the stats and we'll preview next week. So Scotty Bean, 9 for 29, 135, 1 touchdown, 31% completion. McKeever, 86 yards. Bean, 29 on the ground with the 1 fumble to lose the game. A fantastic catch by Hayden Greenway to keep that drive moving. And on defense, Gillard had 11 tackles, 4 TFLs. He also had 1 of 2 sacks, along with Xavier Rankins. No interceptions on the day, 1 deflection, and no fumbles. And for Ohio State, Isaac Osborne, 16-24, 187, 2 touchdowns. Good day for him. Chris Davis didn't quite get to 100 yards. And not many people getting involved here. Boone McCray, SFA player. He probably made a tackle on like a punter. Fernando and Mueller, 12 tackles, 4 TFLs for Fernando. The sack for Flowers. And he also forced that fumble on the bean. So Sean Flowers, take a bow. So players of the game, and then before we get out of here on the BearCave stream, we will take a look at next week's slate, which will be next Monday. So Cunningham, player of the game, Osborne, Flowers, and Quan Gilliard. So OSU with the no cover there for those of you guys betting at home. And we got one game left. We've got Fresno State and Texas, which we'll be back for here in about 5 minutes. But as always, first, before we get on out of here, we want to make sure we only have one game left, and we'll preview Week 8. Got the third Saturday in October, Tennessee and Alabama. Iowa State, Oklahoma, that's a fun one. LSU, Georgia, Texas State. Wisconsin, Indiana, that's a big one. Arkansas. Ooh, Iowa, Northwestern, anybody? Minnesota, Nebraska. We're starting to get into the thick of these conference games. Some very fun ones. Memphis and Notre Dame starting that independent circuit. Southern Miss, Troy. Baylor, Texas, a critical one. See if we have any surprising bangers here. And no, that's gonna about do it here. Navy, Boston College. So that will do it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping in and with the subs and watching and any support. It's greatly appreciated. Let's have a night. Let's as we watch Sequavius, Bunkersfield, and Borb go head to head. Peace.